crazy how it's crazy how our self be communicating with ourself, our inner self be communicating with our higher self, whatever you know it as, you know, and it be showing us things from different timelines. It be showing us people. It be showing us places, you know. Like they say, hindsight is 20/20, but I was just sitting here and I found myself laughing. I'm still smiling now. That's why I'm still smiling. But I found myself laughing because I was transported back to a time, this pre-internet, pretty much. You know, I've been putting in work for a long time, but this pretty much pre-internet as we know it today. But I used to be building, you know, dropping jewels, you know, from different travels, from different schools of thoughts, so forth and so on. And the purpose of me sharing it is because I noticed that, you know, the deep things, you know, what I'm doing now, they surface, but the deep things, or at least to the people that don't know the things that you know, to the point that it sound deep to them, it'll attract crowds. It'll attract people out, you know, out from out the woodwork. I know this because I'm still on the field, but I was out there on the field pre-internet building, you know, learning, researching, studying. You hear me? But what I noticed is the deeper the level of the dialogue, the more people will gravitate to it. But when you start getting simple, when you start getting direct, when you start getting close to home, let's say, what I've noticed is people don't attract to it no more. More so, the people that did attract to it, they start to scurry away. You know, like you don't cut the light on roaches, because it's direct, it's close to home, and it speaks right to the individual. You know, we ain't gotta run nowhere else for no references or nothing. So I take honor in being able to present myself to the people from that space, you know, because all that, and I'm noticing this about myself and the way that I do things, you know. If people don't have no type of knowledge or insight or awareness of what's being presented, you know, no matter how good it sounds, you know, it'll have people opening up doors that they're not ready to be open, you know. The spiritual minded will understand what I'm saying, you know. It'll have them bobbing and weaving, you know, against forces, principalities, powers, dominions, thrones that they weren't ready for. I don't know who need to hear this, but it's a lot of energy going on right now. It's a lot of energy in the atmosphere right now. Good, bad, or indifferent. Yeah, it wasn't no way for me to get around it. Good, bad, or indifferent, according to and reflecting to what we putting out, you know. And I say that because I've been finding myself having to bob and weave, you know, and my being in the space of myself, I'm straight, but that don't got nothing to do with what we have to move through every day. You know, I've been bobbing and weaving too through the energy fields, family. You hear me? So when I say I feel y'all, cause I'm in the field, if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. I'm in the field. So I feel y'all. You hear me? And I say that because I know what's required. That's why to those who listen, you will get it. And according to what you apply from what you hear, you hear me? You'll be able to move through a little smoother too. You hear me? When I realized I was meant to go through the things that I got through, meaning I endured whatever I had to go through, the more I accepted it. The more I accepted it, the more it empowered me. The more it empowered me, I realized that whatever show up, I'm gonna get through it. I don't know who needed to hear that, but that was for you. You hear me? And y'all hear me say things like no resistance. Y'all hear me say things like no chaos. Y'all hear me say things like no drama. Y'all hear me say things like no worry. Those are not mind states, family. And I repeat, those are not mind states. Yes, they are mindsets, but they are not mind states. They are spaces of being. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it, and this is important. You know? And it takes strength to get there. I know, cause I've been through enough of that already. I've been through enough of those things already. You hear me? And if you sitting on the other side of these words listening to me, you have too. Those who made up their mind and know they had enough of that already, and those who haven't. Otherwise, why would you be here? You hear me? You know, I could have stood on the sideline, but I'm here for somebody. You hear me? As I show up for myself, by me doing what I'm doing, it's gonna be what somebody needs. You hear me? But I remember, you know, cause I've been there too. I remember being so used to drama. You know, and like most of us have. You hear me? I remember being so used to drama that the idea of peace was boring to me. And when I seen people walking in peace, living in peace, I ain't know what it was. You know, we had a name. We had a name for them type of people too. You know, it was something we called them green. You know, off-brand, things of that nature. But matter of fact, the actuality of peace was foreign to me. Meaning it was unknown to me because in my reality, I didn't know what peace was. I didn't know what peace really was because I had never experienced it. I had never saw it. Even when I thought I was seeing it. You see? This is when I learned the illusion of appearance. You hear me? And appearance, the illusion of appearance will work as long as people are able to keep up the act. You hear me? But I had never really experienced what peace was and is. And the reason that I share that is because there was a time I used to be saying peace God, peace earth, peace wisdom, you know, during my time as a 5%er every day, you know. And it's been the reason that I share that is because it's been a long journey from peace just being a greeting in my life to peace being a space of being in my life. So wherever you are right now, I'm sure if you here, you're much farther than you begun. And I say that from a space of our inward actuality, regardless of how our physical reality may be expressing ourselves. So where you at with it, where you at with it all, that's going to determine how you proceed. You hear me? Whatever all may be to you as it pertains to your life and in your life, where you at with it all, that's what's going to count. And I say that because this ain't no time to slack. You know, we got to be, man, our mind could be our best friend or our worst enemy. So this ain't no time to slack. If anything, it's a time to be putting the pedal to the floor. You hear me? Amping it up. Whatever you do to keep yourself in the highest space of being, in the best version of yourself, feeling good for no reason at all, you need to be amping it up. Meditations, rituals, spiritual baths, whatever you do that keep you at your highest, that keep you at your best. You hear me? We need to be amping it up. You hear me? Once you get it, once you got it, and once you have it, it's yours. All you need to do is know what to do with it. Know how to carry it with you. Everywhere you go, and know how to recognize it wherever you don't see it. You hear me? Dark and light is all about balance. You hear me? Sometimes we're gonna have to get up under it. You heard? Sometimes we're gonna have to be able to stand up on it. You hear me? Sometimes we're gonna have to sit with it. You heard? Sometimes we're gonna have to walk across it. You hear me? But find balance and carry it with you. Yin and yang, like, you see, love and light come with some darkness. Darkness come with the love and light. However you want to situate it, it go together. It's not separated. It just look like it. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? I'm gonna drop a card right quick, cause it's a happy 2 day. You hear me? I don't want to put no stamp on it. We know what day it is. Forget it. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, man, I ain't want to put no time stamp on it, but cause this it's timeless. This message gonna be here long as YouTube be here. So I ain't really want to put no stamp on it because it might not be a Friday when whoever need to hear it come across it. You hear me? But it'll be here for them. And I ain't waste no time. A lot of synchronicities. There is hope ahead. And all I said, that's what the message was saying. You hear me? And that's a 35. 35 come to 8. 2024 is an 8. Build and destroy. Prosperity, abundance, balance. You hear me? Harmony. There's hope in all those things. There is hope. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. Life is a journey filled with many highs and lows. Sometimes a low can be followed by another and another until all that is remembered, all the low places. It is at these moments that it may seem as though there is nothing left to hope for. It is in these moments that it may seem that there is nothing left to hope for, and all that remains are the ashes of what once was. If you have pulled this card, know that there is hope once more. Now is the time to let hope in. There is so much good waiting for you ahead. There is a deep and divine love that is always present and always waiting to wrap you in its arms. You are held. You are loved. You are never, ever alone. Reach out today until the divine and be held by love. You hear me? Gonna let that do what it do. You heard? Feel good for no reason at all. You know, thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions, donations, purchases. You hear me? Man, and enjoy y'all Saturday and Sunday. We'll tap in and do it again. My name is Sawu. Love, family.